Hello everybody, welcome to eBay Research with Daniel Lemieux, and we're going to start with some researching techniques. So, is research important? Yes, definitely. Research can make or break you. It's crazy how if you put too little or too much of one thing, like a description, or how long you sell it, it can negatively affect you on if you will sell it quick or if you'll sell it or if it won't even sell at all. It'll be sitting there for months, which has happened to me. It's happened to most sellers too. You just have to figure out that you need to do your research prior to listing the item, because if you don't know how to sell the item, then it's going to be really hard to sell the item. So you definitely need to do your pre-listing research before you ever sell something. You can also have the question that, what if you buy something not knowing if it's going to sell at all? You need to know if your item is trending. A good thing is that if an item is trending, it will most likely sell, and it'll even sell for a higher price usually. But if the item isn't even selling at all, that could be a hard thing to get off your inventory. You might not even be able to sell it all, so you must do your research before you buy an item and sell it. Also, is there a lot of competition or is there no competition? How are you supposed to know if an item has competition or no competition without doing your research? Research is number one before listing the item and before even buying the item in the first place. So make sure that you do this, because it is very key. And before you buy the item, or after you buy the item and you know that it's going to sell, you must know what you need to list it as and the creative techniques that you want to use with the price, the duration, the pictures, how you want to do all that to make it sell. So the research. There are many key factors in making research really important. Before you list, there are things that you really need to take into consideration, such as keywords. The title is what the person will first see or second see. They'll either look at the title or the picture. Most people look at the picture, but also different type of people look at the title. It really depends on the person. But the title is what first gets the person, and it also is what helps them. It's what they look up and what your search, your listing will come up as. So if you have keywords which are very convenient and are close to what the people look up, then your listing will be higher in the search results. But if you have a title which is too long or it can be too short, it might be not good enough or not close enough to what the people are looking for, so it'll be very low in the search results, and that can really affect you. Also, pictures. If you have only one picture or you have too many pictures, you have to know how many pictures you want to put on. Generally, you don't want to put on one picture because it's not that many. I think a good key would be to put 3 to 4 to 5 pictures. Anything over that, unless it's something that needs a lot of pictures, probably isn't necessary. If it's something simple and you can take a few pictures of it, but I say 3 to 5 is a good number. Also, description. If you have a very descriptive description and the people can see that it is good and a good item or service, they're going to want to buy from you. If you barely put a sentence or a line, they're going to think that you just really wanted to get it off your hands, and so it might not be the best person to buy it from, because they're going to start to question your reliability. So also description and making it pop out and being creative with it is really important. Also the price. If you put it really high, a person might not want to buy it. And if you put it really low, a person might snag it really quick, but you might not be getting the profit that you really want. You could be making more money than you settle for. And so you want to be making the most money that you can. You want to be maximizing your profit. So you need to do your research to make sure what to know to sell it at. Also, how long, the duration and time of the listing. Are you going to sell it for 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, 30 days? How long will you sell it? Do you think it's going to stay there a long time? Do you think it'll sell quickly? Or do you want to sell it as an auction or buy it now? Just many factors taken into consideration. Also the shipping method. There are many different ways to ship, different packages, things like that, and I am going to go through that in the next few videos. So I will tell you about that. So we're going to go through a few examples. So example, 20 people who have the same item at $100 or $99.99 but hardly sells. So what will probably be the best answer? If a lot of people are selling at $99.99 but it's not selling, what you want to do is to lower the price. You have to put the listing cheaper and most likely your product will sell. I've had examples or times when I've had products for a long time, just a few weeks, a month, maybe even longer than a month, and I've kept it at the same price or only dropped it a few dollars, and then just experimenting, I would drop it more than $10 or $20 if it was an expensive item, and then all of a sudden people would start bidding on it, and sometimes it would even reach higher than the last time the listing was at, and I'd be shocked. So listing the item cheaper can be a way to sell it really quickly, and it also can give you more money than you'd expect. So it is a funny thing how eBayers work and how they will bid on something they really want, because the eBayers, they will really hold on and they will wait for something they really want at the price they will get. Like I've had people send me messages saying they will buy an item at that specific price and they will pay no more for it. And so I would keep it at that same price for 2-3 weeks, and they wouldn't buy it, and then all of a sudden I would drop it down to their price and they would watch it every single time and they would finally buy it. So people are really patient. So if you really want to sell it and you know your item isn't selling, a good rule of key is to just list it lower, and most likely it will sell. Another example, a product which has a title iPod Touch. The first thing I see wrong with this title is that it's too short. We don't know what generation it is, we don't know how much memory it holds, we don't know if it's cracked or not, we don't know the condition. There's a lot of factors that would make it more specific. If a person is just looking up for iPod Touch, they wouldn't just see your listing iPod Touch. They're going to see more listings which have more keywords, a bigger description, more things to do with iPod Touch. If you put a load, not many words in your description and not many words in your title, your listing is not going to be very high in the search results. So it is very good to put a longer description or a longer title rather than a shorter title. So the answer would be to put as Apple iPod Touch X generation X gigabytes. That way they know it's by Apple, it's not a generic. And you notice how the words are capitalized. That's also in your title. People will see that and it pops out towards them. And so that's also a good rule of thumb as well. And showing what generation it is and what gigabyte it is very specific. and can help in boosting your listing to the top of the results. This is just an example. Another example, a listing with only one photo. Like I said before, it would be better to have 3 to 5 photos, or even 2 to 5 photos, because this is the key number in eBay's eyes and boosts rank of the listing towards higher search results. And I've even talked with the eBay customer service on some of my items which weren't selling before when I was first selling, and they've told me that one of my things was the photos, because I wouldn't put enough photos. So if you have it between 2 to 5, 3 to 5 photos, it's going to boost it higher in the rankings, and more people are going to be able to see it. And when more people see your listing, there's going to be a higher chance that someone's going to buy it. And that is always good, because then you will make money. So, summary. Listing and the pre-listing research is very important. The way you list it and how you do your research is very important. You must know what you're looking for and what you are going to put in your listing. It is very important. It can make or break a sale. It can make you have your inventory for weeks or even months. So research is very important, and it is very key to making the sale. And also as well, when you do your pre-listing research and you do it right, and when you list your listing and you put all of the factors included and you make it very good, very visible, a lot of photos, a good duration of time to list it for, a good description, a long title with keywords, then your listing is going to be very high in the search results. More people are going to see it, and there's going to be a much greater chance that someone is going to buy it. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.